Good morning. I think I'm good. Am I on? Good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me okay? Is everything good? Man, it took me a minute to get going this morning. Not gonna lie. Suffering some technical difficulties here. Never mind me. Good morning, Jake. Cool. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. All right. So, market's already open. We missed that bell. About 8 minutes ago, and we're going to dive in. We do have some news today. What do we got today? We got CPI tomorrow, not today. Oh, so today's going to be a low probability range day, and I've just checked out the chart a minute ago. I was like, what is going on across the board? Just this crazy dump and then range. So looks pretty boring, actually, but let's see. You guys get any W's yesterday? Whoever got W's yesterday, type it in chat. I'm always pumped to see that. We'll get that going, baby. Back in the swing of things here. Nice. Other way. Gotta go this way. There you go. There we go. Kind of in the middle of the screen. There we go. Nice. Kind of back on YouTube because it's easier, guys. It's way easier. The streams are available right away. I don't have to worry about uploading and all this stuff with Zoom, so it's just way easier. I have it on 0 lag. There should be 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds lag. You guys can see it from price action. You can tell me exactly how many seconds. Very minimal. Should not affect us at all. So I don't think you're going to have any of that. You're not allowed to rewind, fast forward. It's real time, so I have it with no lag. So you guys can see it. Let me know. What's the lag, guys? I would love to hear from you. What is the lag? Tell me. Help me help you. But we should be good. Yeah, London session, or Asia session, I should say, was perfect for the orb last night. I saw that panned out really good, and I saw a bunch of people got wins off of that. Let's check out the overnight sessions real quick. I'll put on the 15-minute time frame here and see what the overnight session did. Yeah, so yeah, London, big expansion in Asia. London sort of consolidated inside Asia, and because of that, that massive move during Asia, 148 points is a big move for Asia. Then the down move was all the way down 241 points. Pre-market London took out Asia's low. Now we're consolidating in the middle of a fair value gap here. We can kind of mark this 15-minute fair value gap right here. We'll go up to the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, that's a 1 hour fair value gap as well. Turn off the Asia section range. We got our high a day up here. So we'll go ahead and mark that out. Let me see here. If I turn on key levels. Yeah, if I turn on key levels, it's giving me previous day, high and low. Let me see here. Today's high and low. Let's see. Today. Previous overnight session, pre-market. Yeah. All right, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, cool. So, and then you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm gonna turn off my FBG finder. Look at that, boom, done. All the FBGs found. What more do you want, right? You got key levels. There's your high, there's your low. I mean, that's everything, right? I think I've narrowed this down to 2 indicators that I can basically do. It does all the work for me. How about that? I passed my eval thing yesterday, so actually it was in Asia session last night. I passed it, so I'm waiting for that to look good. That now waiting for that to now I got a new 50K account, so we got a new one. So I'm just gonna do one at a time. So I passed one, and now I get to try to pass another, so that's cool. Big VPR with Asia session. Yeah, big BPR, balanced price range action right in here, kind of overlapping. It's going to be your, you can already kind of see price bouncing from there. I don't know if it's going to stick, but yeah, I mean, that area this area looks pretty strong. You got yesterday's highs already taken, the BPRs right in there. So look, with volume coming out in the morning like this, you just kind of got to go with the flow, man. We do have CPI tomorrow, so that's a big deal. Go down to the 1 minute time frame, leave this up over here. On the right, let me pull these to the right so we really get a good view here. All right, we got Crazy Horse down here. We got the daily time frame, 4 hour actually. Let me go to the daily. If I can click on it, there we go. All right, so this is sort of what we got going on right here. 15-minute range in 2 minutes is formed. How you guys feeling, man? You guys feeling good? I saw a lot of posts yesterday. I went through just trying to comment on everyone's post, trying to see it, and I'm really looking for if anyone needs help or if anyone's posting their chart for ideas for feedback, etc. That's the first kind of thing that I look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at the overall markets real quick. Bitcoin 109. Let's go 109. Who's a Bitcoin fan? I'm gonna go to the 1 hour just to kind of zoom out real quick, even though that's not gonna do me much good for this morning. But I just want to see. Let's see. The overall market's down here, pretty neutral. Where's Tesla? Tesla is chilling after a nice little pump up yesterday. Gap up. Nice. Okay, back down on the 5 over here. Let's see. Check out the VIX. VIX dropped tiny bit. Orange piled here. What? Orange pilled? Orange pilled here. Okay. Orange pilled here? I'm missing that. I missed something. Hi, what FEG indicator was that, please? That's this one. FEG, IFEG, nephew underscore Sam. So let's see, FVG/IFV. There it is. That was it right there. So it's FVG and then in parentheses nephew Sam by nephew Sam. There you go. 13,000 people like it. I'll say, let's go. Let's do it, baby. Guys, by the way, Stitch is healing like a champ over here. Doesn't even look like I fell, man. Look at that. That's a hard thing for you to see. Okay, never mind. Just know that your boy healed up pretty well. 10 days, baby. It's like it never happened. Is it bad that I'm fiending about going out there and riding that damn thing? It's horrible, right? I'm gonna ride it. I will wear a helmet moving forward. I know. Kind of looks. I just, you know, doesn't matter what it looks like. It's safe. It's safe. All right. I'll put it on. I get it. But man, I don't need to go fast. But just cruising is like, if you're addicted to snowboarding, if you like snowboarding, it's snowboarding without like all the work. It's literally, it does all the work for you. So it's like super easy. But yeah, I got to wear some armor. You know, I can't go through that again. All right, who do we got in here? Welcome, Evans. Evans, let's see. Is Evans in here? No, maybe not. Never mind. David, what's up? Jake, what's up? Levi, Helge, Philip, Matt, Shelly, Steve, Craig, MK, what up, everyone? Today's low probability range day, okay? So we got to be aware of that. So you got volume, massive volume divergence right out the gate. On the 1 minute, volume is just dropping off of a cliff. So the target for this volume is going to be here. Okay, that's not very far away from where we're at right now. It's about, what, 50 points. What is this? Come on, what's going on? There you go. Yeah, almost 50 exactly. And then yeah, the volume is just dropping quickly below this prior range. So that's a signal that we could be going down, breaking the range to the downside. Let's see, let's zoom out one more time and get this overnight session with view. I mean, everything's higher highs, higher lows, but it's grinding, right? CPI data tomorrow. Do you remain up here at the highs and just sort of wing it and hope that the data comes in good and all of that? Or do you take some profits off the top, lean back a little bit, maybe fade back a little bit to this gap up? How much is that? Like 3%? No, not even. What is that? Oh, that's 7%. That might be a little far. That's a little much to ask for in this environment, isn't it? Let's go back to the 4 hour. What can we find? All right, well, we have a previous daily low that wasn't grabbed. Coincide with an order block. You know, it could be a little nice dip or redo. Okay. Yeah, so this is a pretty good target right here that I already had. Looks like I had this up here already. I'm gonna leave that right there. All right, so if we really dip, we could see like a, what is that? It's a 0.6. That's nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna put a highlight. I'm gonna mark this out as well. We broke structure on this 1 hour time frame. That's what I'm looking at. So this is what I'm looking at, guys. All right, so if I Fibonacci from the high to the low of the swing right there, right, where did we bounce off of just now, right? That 0.6. So, you know, this would be like the move right here. You know, there wasn't this much of that pull down, right? I'm talking from like more of a scalping perspective, right? And then I'm zooming in on this one. Yeah, we hit that freaking perfectly. Jeez. Oh man. Yeah, we hit that perfectly, guys. Wow. I should have been on that. Well, I just didn't get set up in time. That was a beautiful tag right there, though. Somebody made money on that, for sure. All right, so, you know, that's that move. Gotta wait for the next setup then. Oops, what did I just delete? I don't want to delete that. All right. I love my album. Don't get me wrong, I really do. But I've heard it a lot, so I gotta play something else. Sorry, but you guys might feel the same way, right? If you listen to it too much, you're just like, all right, get something different going on. Turn this down. Let's see. You guys hear that? Yeah, you got that. Cool. What's going on, everyone? YouTube is clean, though. What I like about YouTube is that it's clean. Everything's HD for you guys. You know, I can switch screens. I can go back and forth, news stuff. It's very easy. Zoom is a little bit more difficult now. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. It's more difficult. All right, news. Tomorrow, CPI, right? It's going to be 8:30 a.m. and I believe this is Central. Let me make sure. Yeah, this is going to be Central time, so it's 9:30. Wait, is that right? Let's see. 8:50 right now. Time zone Eastern. I don't know why that changed. Okay, let's see here. Save settings. I have to do it my time, okay? It makes more sense to me. So, yeah, market open. No, I'm sorry, not market open. An hour before the market open, 7:30 a.m. Central tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern. There we go, time zones. I'll hop on. I can hop on a little bit early tomorrow and see what happens with this, you know? Then I'm really interested in Thursday. Reason being is that, you know, if we do get a cooling number for CPI or as expected for CPI, we could probably see that roll into Thursday. I think those numbers will probably match pretty much. You know, if we see whatever we see on Wednesday is most likely what you're going to see on Thursday. The only difference is Thursday you have unemployment claims, so we do have to just watch that. That's why they throw it into the mix, because this is going to be too easy. This is just like almost a, you know, this is a predictor of PPI. So I feel like they throw this unemployment. Why can't you do it like 15 minutes later? 30 minutes later, right? It's because I think it's just too many. It's just I don't know, the oligarchs. But anyways, all right, let's get back to the chart. Feels good being back in my space, though. I was kind of missing this, man. Too much beach clothes. Too many. I don't know. I don't know if I could live at the beach. It's too beachy. Too much beach. No, you can't have too much beach. I know. That's crazy, but I was tired of not having all my clothes, my bed, my stuff, man. But it was good seeing my mom. Seeing my fam. Yeah, so volatility index is down today a little bit. not by much, but a tiny bit. It's been kind of dropping. It looks like it wants to really drop off of a cliff. We zoom out here, you know, you kind of have like this flat bottom low, lower highs. The compression is definitely to the downside. So the only thing is I do see these spurts of energy up, you know, so at any moment I feel like we could just hit a low and just shoot, spike right up, like Trump and Elon tweet or something, you know. By the way, I heard they're getting along again. I saw the funniest freaking meme. The funniest thing I've seen in a long time. Oh shit, okay. Well, there's that. All right, that's a 5-minute close outside the range, is it? No, I'm sorry, 1 minute. Let me go to the 5. Shit. 1 minute, 30 seconds to go. That happened fast. Pay attention, Mike. All right. We're gonna be getting after it, folks. Ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Let's go for day 7. All right. Let's see. Well, I mean, it does look like a little bit of bearish incontrolization. I don't know, it's kind of rolled off my tongue, but bearish incontrolization is happening right now. That's what it looks like to me. If you ask me, what direction are we going in? I'd say down. But that's only, you know, because of London last night. Honestly, as the market opened in Asia, was just saying like, we're out of here, we're going. And then London was like, no, we're not. So I don't know. It's very conflicting. I think it's conflicting until news drops. I think that this is more chop. So that immediately goes to like, you know, I hate to say it. We'll get an A set up in here one of these days. But yeah, this is already, sorry. Kids are still home. Just making sure they're all right. No, I don't want the update. Don't do the update. Don't do that. Okay. So anyways, probably going to go like a quarter of my size today, being that we're in compression as well. Like this is expansion, obviously, right? These, and you can just tell from the waves, right? The waves are what here? They're skinny, they're tight, they're compressing, right? So it's compression. That means the market's going to jump one way or another. This range is really, really, really tight. 70-point range is nothing. Just got to be careful about that range, with that range. So yeah, I mean, we are technically okay. We're going up, but I mean, if I measure from the high to the low here, and I just say, okay, well, where is the, you know, 50% pullback? Here's a 15-minute time frame, right? Here's the high, here's the low, and we hit it perfectly right here. This is what I was talking about. I think yesterday. We hit it perfectly, 0.618. There's, I mean, that's the move right there, dude. Honestly, hate to say it, but that was the move. And most likely, this is going to be like a better afternoon session. Most likely. Whenever you see Asia or London pump, usually it's choppy in the morning. And that's just because the loads have been spent. I mean, that's just all there is to it. Cool. So I'll leave that up here. I thought we were going to break the range, but we didn't. I would still go up, but it's going to be a very light trade. One way or another, it's going to be light. Either one is going to be a light trade for me today, which I'm totally fine with. Yeah, and I'm not really interested in trading bands yet, just because of that expansion off the open. So I'm just kind of letting price breathe a little bit before we start getting into scalping. So I will stay on for scalping. You guys ready to scalp a little bit today? Anybody's going to scalp with me? Type me in chat if you're going to scalp with me. Just curious. Or is everyone, you want to be one and done? You want to be one and done? We can do it. Let's do it. 1 hour fair value gap, almost filled. Yeah, there's, and by the way, like what I like about this is that you can get different time frames showing on your chart. You know what I mean? So I do have these different time frames shown. I'll put the daily in there too. Why not? Okay, got a couple scalpers. There we go. There's my scalpers. Let's go. So yeah, I think we're going to go take out the lows. More probable that in my opinion, more probable we go down just based off of this slide. Look at a nice little slide action, right? So do we just pop up without any news? Yeah, I don't think so. But we'll see. Hey, man, we could. The market is bullish. So what are you going to do? Let's go and check out more news, huh? What else is going on in the world? Jose Juice, Big Daddy Juice, what up? Okay, I'm gonna put up a poll, and it's not really fair because we haven't been on YouTube, but like for one, it's not even been one session on YouTube, but I'm gonna do this. All right, put up a poll. Just want to see what you guys think. Check that out for me. Interesting. You know, ChatGPT is down. Okay, ChatGPT is down. Across the globe, I guess. No, just outages. I'm out. Definitely out. I pulled it up earlier and said network not connected, so something's going on there. Price pure consolidation right now. You do not want to be trading this, honestly. This might be a sit on our hands moment. You do not want to be trading this. It's ugly, man. That price volume divergence that we discovered earlier too, down here, nasty, just nasty. That's not something you want to be a part of right now. Trust me. So when you have CBD delta cruising up like this, and then you have a total volume divergence, it's ugly, dude. It's so nasty. You know, we'd be like, if we get a win right off rip today, I'm gonna be freaking astounded. I'm serious. So, you know, you're most likely gonna have to add. You're most likely gonna. This first trade is like a 40% probability, in my opinion. Doesn't matter what direction it pops up in, because you got like 16, 17 points. I mean, look, let's just do the range. I already know. Like, the range is gonna be, you know, probably really tight. Probably like 20. It's like a 21 point range. We'll see. Let's go into it. Let's see the bands. So let's say we're going. Oh, I don't know. Let's say we're going down. So if I put the bands tight, like, of course, if I measure 150 points, I already know that's going to be about a 38 point range, right? 150. That gives me 21,966 just for this first trade, right? 21. Let's see here. 27 points, exactly. Yeah. Oh, so it's not 38, 27. Okay, so it's 27 for 150. So you know, if I put this stop loss like way down here, 21,914, this range is just way too tight, man. Yeah, let's see here. Still gonna be about 27. Okay, so like 27 points. Okay. 27 points regardless. It's gonna be about 27 points. Okay. Got W, 87 on gold. Let's go, Orb. Let's go. Let's go, Orb. All right, nice. Cool. All right, well, YouTube is winning. I know a lot of you guys prefer Zoom as well. Look, I love Zoom. I think it's great. But the replays and getting that up there instantly just isn't going to happen. That's the downside. So that's what sucks. You know, it takes extra manpower to get in there. And I got to download it. I got to then upload it. I got to wait for it to process. I got to put a thumbnail, a title, all that shit. Whereas YouTube, I just have it already done, man. You know what I mean? So I feel all you guys that want Zoom, I'm with you. I like it. I like the real time. I like seeing you guys. Let's make it like, let's do it every now and then. You know what I mean? Let's not, instead of doing it like daily, we'll just do it every now and then. So hopefully that changes your mind. You can go in, but I see you prefer Zoom. A lot of people prefer the real time. The thing is, remember, I'm not allowing any scrubbing. So you'll see you can't rewind this YouTube. It's real time. So the only delay is going to be like, I don't know. A lot of people said it was like 2 or 3 seconds. That's not going to make a difference. That's not going to make any difference in our trading style. So we should be A-okay. All right, thanks for the 41 votes, 75 people in here. Okay, a lot of people didn't care. That's fine. A lot of people didn't care. So 41 people, and then 60 something percent, 60% says YouTube. Okay, cool. Missing Troy, huh? I mean, what the heck? What the heck, man? Leaving me high and dry up in here. Just to talk to myself. This guy. You know what? I'm closing the control room. He doesn't show up. That's it, dude. I'm shutting the doors. No more. No more. You get 5 minutes. 5-minute leeway, and then you're done, baby. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He's driving. He's on the road. He's doing stuff, man. It's summer madness, he said. Totally get it. This is summer. This is madness right here. Honestly, guys, I'm just gonna be honest with you. I am not in the mood to trade this market right now. This is not something I want to trade. Just being real. I know some of you are like, shit, I was excited. I get it, man. I totally get that. I'm being real with you. This is crap. I don't feel like this is gonna work out one way. This is Chop City, dude. I'm telling you. CPI tomorrow, no news day. This is just bananas. And you got this major dump that already happened. I mean, it's just not major, but a pretty big dump. I mean, just a slide down. It's kind of ridiculous, man. Look at this. Look at those 5-minute candles. This is like 100. What is this? 73 point. Okay. For London, that's a massive move. And we're in between a range. That's what I hate, these kind of morning. I hate this compression. I hate that. I know, look, once we start, let me tell you, here's what's gonna happen. Let me delete price off the screen and tell you exactly what I'm a freaking fortune teller. You guys ready? Here's what's gonna happen. This is gonna slide one way or another. Let's pretend it starts sliding down. When you see the slide at that angle, we'll say that this is a, oh, I don't know, what is that? 60-degree angle? Let's say 40% or more angle. The angle. When you see that this morning, today, one way or another, if it does it, it might not do it. That's the direction. That's going to be this. That's the slip and slide. It'll just keep going. I'm not saying forever, obviously, but you know, that's the move. That'll be the thing. So we're just kind of waiting to see what direction this is going, you know, because right now she would have to really do her thing to like turn up. She's not going to give that to me. If anything, she's going to give me this. It looks like. Which direction? I don't know. But that's what I'm looking for. I know, as silly and stupid as that sounds, but you know, for those of you that were in here the other day and we went random bar, just like I did right there, and you go, what direction is price most likely going to go in? Have you guys done this? Anybody do this? Anybody take my advice and go back and try to do this and see if you just get, why is this going so slow? Oh, I know why. Single chart, baby. Anyone do that? You did this? I got one person. Nice. That's what's up, dude. Elaine, that's what's up. Killing it, Elaine. How'd you do? There we go. Compression, right? Then you see expansion is going to happen. What's the most likelihood that price goes in, even if it takes a dip? Makes 2, nice. Little bit of baby expansion, right? You just start get the price off the screen and start looking at that. Look at that 40-degree angle, starting, but we still have who's in control, right? No one's showing me. That's what I told you guys. You have to. So look, now what? Now who do you believe? This or that? The red or the blue? Look at the holes. Oh shit! Let me zoom out. Look, who do you believe? Right? That's the game you're playing, man. That's the game you're playing. You're not always going to be right either, but the game is who's in control, and then you start messing around here. You start messing around. You start seeing, man, momentum really. And then here's the judgment call. Ready? The judgment call is, where do you take profit? When do you take profit? That's the judgment call that nobody else can make. That's what separates, a loser from a winner. That's it, man. That's it, right? And once this changes, you flip your direction until otherwise. And once price does other things to say, okay, you know what? It's now going back in the original direction. Then you can do things like add to your order, because you would normally do that in your trading setup. You would add your order, right? But you do it in a safe way. And once you get into profit, what can you do? You can deleverage. You can set a break-even stop. You can let that freaking thing go, baby. You know what I'm saying? These are the things, man. These are the things. That's the way I like to trade anyways. Once things start plateauing, you take your freaking profit. Don't be a stupid idiot. Don't be a freaking idiot. That's it, man. Yeah. So I would recommend just going back and messing with that. I'm not saying you're going to be perfect. Listen to me. There are going to be times when it's just chop, right? And that's going to suck. If you go back and you just practice looking at momentum, I think it'll help you in your trading. I know it's stupid easy to read. Price is one thing, right? But it's not like I'm sitting here reading Bookmap in a level 2 order book, watching footprint charts. Come on, dude. Like, I could go real deep with this stuff. We could all go really deep, and I bet you'd love it. Everyone here would be like, yeah, do it. No, you don't want that. Trust me. It's too much. It's like to get what? To get a tiny more of an edge? Good luck, dude. I'll embrace the randomness and incorporate a dynamic money management system. You go down that chart, the path of like ICT charting. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see who wins consistently. Anyways, look, I'm not saying that. I gotta text my wife real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on. Okay. I'm not saying you can't trade today. I'm just saying this is crap. So it's now 9:10. Great. But hey, I'd rather hang out here with you guys. 100%. I'm looking good, dude. I shaved a few days ago. Baby face, let's go. I'm looking good. I got a little crack in my head. Shows I'm a man. Right. I'm a real man. You should see that pavement out front, man. Beat up. That pavement is beat up. This is so trash, guys. Look at this spike right here. Look at this 5-minute spike below the range. This right here below prior range. This is the range you're looking at. Look at this. This is a 5-minute time frame, right? So then you got London just way below, way below. Look at this. Look at this. Look at how far price dips right here. Right? Go all the way back. Right here. Where's my... Oh, here it is. Okay, so that did get tapped. That got tapped, actually. Never mind.
If it's a new vehicle you're looking for, look no further than Toyota of Denton. We've got a variety of vehicles on the lot ready for you to take home today. With
Oh. Alright. I keep bouncing between these charts here. Sorry. You're like, what the hell is he doing? Sorry, I'm bouncing a lot this morning. I'm excited. I'm back in the groove. Back in my home base, baby. I'm still placing the orb trade. I'm probably not gonna trade, bro. I have a 0.3% set up, right? And I'm just wondering, like, maybe I do a one and done. I don't know. I've just been on a winning streak, and I don't want to F it up when I know goddamn well this is not what you want to trade. I don't care whether it's orb or not. This is horrible price action. And I say horrible price action, nothing's horrible. You know what this is great for? Ladder ordering. Like, let's just go short right now. Go short. Just do it. Just go short. You'll be all right. Up here at this daily high, go short again. If it pulls a little further, go short again. That sucker is going to pull back. This is your range. When you can identify this sort of range, you can play off of that. Great for ladder order. It's great. But that's not a system I'm going to sit in here and do, right? Oh, shit. I'd probably be looking around 1 or 2. I'd probably be looking in the afternoon just to see, and I'd be hot on the news because I have a feeling the market's just preparing for something. I don't know what it's in my opinion, when it does this, it's spooling up. I can't explain it because it's not explainable. When it's cool like this and you got this sort of grinding, and look at the chop and this tight little range, 70-point range. It could be when she breaks out of here, it's a news event and she's price gone wild. You know what I mean? This is exactly the type of thing that happened when Trump said the 90-day tariffs were paused, if you recall, right? And then it just 1,000 points up. It ranged until like 11. So price does this every now and then, right? But I just don't like the way it looks. And I don't like the fact that we're inside of this London range. I hate that. Yeah, that's why. That's the only reason why. Trump speech. Oh, is there a Trump speech? What? That wasn't on the books. Is that new? I don't see a Trump speech. Hold on. Is it? It's not in there on the calendar. Oh, shit. I don't have the... Let me go to the White House. Hold on. Whoops. Oh, it's on FX. It's on FX? Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me see. I don't have white folders. That's what the hell? It's not showing for me, man. Oh shit. I'm looking at Wednesday. My bad. Yeah. President Trump speak. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry, man. You're absolutely right. It was in there, dog. It was in there. My bad. Yeah. So Trump speech, right. I think everyone's waiting for CPI tomorrow and waiting for unemployment on Thursday. Thursday's going to be a big day. 30-year bond auction as well. I want to see how these bond auctions go. We're selling a ton of debt, guys. So our country's going to continuously buy our debt when our dollar is just depreciating like crazy. Have you seen the dollar? Anyone checked out the dollar? Let's check out the DXY. A little bit of a push today, but man, that's an aggressive dump. It's a pretty aggressive dump off that 5. But look at the higher time frame. Let's go to the daily. Look at this dump, right? We went from 109, kind of down at this low here. It's an 11% devaluation in a matter of 176 days. So you're talking about like, you know, 6-7 months. Like, dude, 11% devalue. It's not great. As opposed to back here from 2021, obviously recovery, because you know why the dollar pumped? QE. This was all that money printing. So, I mean, of course the dollar is going to rise, because why? Because stimulus, you know, everyone around the world is putting their money in a safe haven, which would be the dollar. So it just makes perfect sense that your currency is going to go up when your government's spending $20 trillion to stimulate it. I mean, yes, you know, I think at one point back here, I remember our dollar was stronger than the European dollar for like the first time in I don't know how long, but and then since then, obviously came back, like, you know, and then now breaking again to the downside, but we're still within this larger time frame swing, like a weekly swing. So what I see on the dollar is like, you know, here's your low, here's your high. You know, does she pull back? Do we go up? Are we going up? If we go up, you know, now's the time to bounce, you know, on a weekly. I don't think that's going to happen. There's no stimulus coming. Well, not yet. Not yet. I think it could, man. If things get really, you know, shaky, which is highly probable, then the Fed might step in and print. Gold, skyrocket. Look at the weekly on gold. Look at this. Stupid. That's ridiculous, bro. I sold right here. I literally sold right at the top. I was like, yeah, she's probably going to bounce. In 50 years, you've never seen this. This type of spike, this madness, this amount of money anyways, obviously. 64% in a matter of a couple of years. That's insane for gold. That's insane. So, anyways. Why would Trump want a cheaper dollar? Tell me. I'm just curious. Don't you want a strong dollar? Oh, gotcha. So production becomes cheaper. Yeah, but labor then, you know, if the dollar's cheaper, inflation goes up. Because if the dollar's cheaper, it doesn't buy you enough things, right? Then you stop spending. And then the economy slows down. Then companies start reporting big earnings. Then the market goes, like, it's like a domino effect, right? You have to really keep people spending. That's the key, man. Keep them in debt. And then that's why it's like, okay, well, right now it's hard to go get a loan. So you want to make that cheap and easy for people. And that way they get into more debt. But that's good. Why? Because when banks give you a loan, they can actually they can spend like 10x what you got the loan for. So like, if you, let's say you get a loan.
Dive into the electrifying sounds of the past with us. Get ready to ride the retro wave and feel the...
Sorry, I got this YouTube channel going. I gotta get my own freaking music, dude. Yeah, they like, it's say you put $100 in the bank, they can spend like 1,000 on that 100. It's like 10x, something crazy. Might even be more than that. And they don't have to keep any money in their bank. So when they give you a loan, this is good because it's like, you know, now you're spending. That's what they want. They don't care that you're in more debt. Yeah, right now, we are ranging. This might be a good time to sort of pick off a couple of scalps. I'm gonna open up the TMT bands. This is the scalp bands that I'm working on. Just, if you're not into this, it's totally cool, but I'm probably gonna just do a little bit of scalping here. I got a 50K account. I'm gonna go ahead and see what I can do there. I passed that other account, but I looked earlier and I can't activate it yet. So it looks like I have to wait until like the trading day is done. Even though I did it last night, but technically the market's not done, right? Until the market's session is over, and then I guess it. So tomorrow I'll be on a PA, and then I'll have this other eval. So I passed one eval into the PA, and I'll just trade it the same as I've been trading it, man. It did take me a lot longer. It took me all week, you know, but at least I can say I had a strategy and I was consistent, right? If I just did it, and that's why I took my time with the eval. I was like, I wonder if this is gonna, you know, this is what I know could work, so I'll give it a shot, right? That was really where my head was at on that. Yeah, you might want to. I'm with you, man. I'm telling you right now. You know, if I do trade, it's going to be 0.3% of my account's nothing. I mean, I'm not gonna get. This is horrible price action. Sorry, I didn't write the rules today, you know. But tomorrow we'll definitely. I mean, tomorrow's going to be a good day because CPI, man, it's going to move. Like the price is going to go ham, and I'll get in here an hour early, so that I can tell you I'll be on. But yeah, right now, just gonna kind of hang out. Unless I see something really sexy and juicy, I'm not gonna jump on it. For me, a little bit more probability of going down just because of the divergence here. But yeah, this is weak. You gotta have something driving the market. The market's just sitting on its hands right. I mean, clearly you can see it. 70 point, 80 point range. You know. Stomp, what is it? Stunning monkey. Okay, right on. Oh, Mizzy. Like, yeah, this is my real name. Mizzy, what's up? All right, have a good one. Looking forward to it. All right. Oh, thank you. Yes, you're still here. Appreciate that. I'm healing up.
Neon Wave.
Let's see here.
Your number one synth pop music channel.
I gotta give some access here. Hold on. While I'm thinking about it. Yeah, give me your username inside of TradingView, and I got your back. But you need to be a member inside of our trading group. DM me inside the trading group, not in here. Inside of school, DM me. Yo, Mizzy, what's up, man? Dude, I know Mizzy left. That's what's up. Mizzy grabbing the annual membership, says committed for 12 months. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, man. That's sick. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, that's gonna, when I look back and I say, who went from, you know, who really is the most successful, like, students, right? If I made a list, it's the people who stayed the longest, period. That's it, man. That's guaranteed. Because, you know, you get burnt out. You go through a rough patch or something like that. If you're not committed, you could just, I mean, you're just out. Now you're on to the next tree branch. And it's like, dude, you're just going around the same circle you were going around in. But I get it. It's frustrating. Trust me. got it. No, DM me inside of school. DM me your profile, your user profile. We have, in the Midas Trading Group, we have instructions on how to do this. It's like the third pinned message. No, it's not anymore. It's inside the training, my bad. You go to the classroom, you go to step 2, then you go to Crazy Horse Orb Strat. Number 2 in there is Crazy Horse Indicator. It's right there. Follow those instructions. All right, I'm already seeing some of you guys. I've had the post in there, guys. You just didn't see it or what? Yeah, come stop by school every now and then. Okay. All right, Craig, I'm gonna DM you, man. Hold on. I just DM'd you, Craig. All right. Hey, guys, you got to be a member of the Midas Touch Trading Group, okay? Not the live room. The live room is not the community. This is not the community. This is not where our training is at. It's not where the indicator lives. It's inside of our trading group. So if you're just a member in live, that's fine. It's great. You're in here. Like, this is awesome, right? The community is also where it's a big help, being surrounded by, I mean, I could just tell you, my opinion is do both for a little while until you're consistently profitable. That's what I would say. This is my 2 cents. I'm not trying to promote my own stuff. I think if you surround yourself with the right people, you have a more chance of being successful. So that's just what I think. Let's see. What is the indicator for 6 candles? It's basically showing momentum. So 6 candles, it's going to just give you a little blue dot. It's not a big deal, right? It just gives you like a little blue dot, like right here. This 6 candle rule basically says like, hey, if you see 6 candles in one direction, you know, and it gives you the blue dot, it's basically a momentum signal. That's it. Right, so you can see price pull back after giving the 6 candle rule. You'll see price usually extend further. Usually, right? Your odds are more on your side just because of the fact that, you know, price has that momentum, that speed, right? Not all the time. Look at this one. So this one has 6 candles up. Very nice. I actually would be looking at that like, yeah, I would have put a target right here. 100%. Kind of jacks around, starts fading, then pulls down. But here's what I don't see. Like if I were to look at all this, I see this looks distinguishably, I don't know if I said that right, different than all of this. There's not a move to the downside that's steep like that. that shows 6 candles like that, right? So what happens? Well, price does go down, and that's okay. But then you start to see this grind back up, and nothing's really saying like this is not clean price action. This is clean, right? So what ends up happening? Well, eventually it does hit like right in here. Yeah. So now obviously this steep price action right here straight down, it's no wonder we went down here. So I wouldn't necessarily be taking this upward trade. Why? Because that's against the trend. So this is where it's at, right? And so yeah, that actually, if I just saw this, right, just this London move right here, I would have been thinking, yeah, we're gonna probably go down further, like, you know, previous daily low down here, like I have marked right here. It did go down, but not as far as I would imagine it. I would imagine it would go further. Now what are we seeing? We're seeing a climb back up, but nothing has been as drastic as this drop. That's my point, right? So that's why earlier when I said, okay, hey, let's put the bands on, zoom out, who's in control? Sellers, right? So even though we're kind of gliding up a little bit, grinding, whatever, up, you can see the market has very difficulty breaking this. Why? I think it's for that reason, right? Because of momentum. So I don't think it's over. I don't think it's over. It's out. I think we go down. I think we probably take out this low. Yesterday's daily low. Yesterday's low. Sorry, let me get chat back in. Authorization to get in from TradingView. If I added you, okay, you'll go to your indicators. You'll just open this up right here. You'll go to invite only, okay, and you'll see like the CH bands plus mechanical system level right here. You'll see that, okay? Delete everything else. Back down, yeah, back down. I agree. Or should I have a rule that if no candle closed outside the range in 1.5 hours, no trade for that day? No. You should not have that rule. That's not how it works. So good question though. Great question. Because I told you, this is shitty price action. Like I just don't, there's more to it than just it didn't close outside the range in 1.5 hours. There's more to this story. Right? The story is we had massive price movement during London and Asia, which is highly skeptical. Really Asia, which is even more skeptical than London. Why is that suspect? Because a lot of times you'll see if Asia expands, New York session is I told you right when we opened. I said it before we even got here. How do I know that? It's not like it's just probabilities, that's all. I don't know why it does that. I can't explain to you why. I don't know. The order book is thin. I don't know, man. I don't know. I would imagine it maybe just has to do with a little bit of uncertainty, you know, because Asia was like, hey, we're going to the moon, and London was like, no, we're not. And now we're here in New York, and New York's like, I don't know who to believe. I don't know. The data comes out tomorrow. Maybe we wait. Yeah, let's just sit on our hand. Like that's what and there's some talk in the background news stuff about Elon and Tesla, and Tesla pumped like 5% yesterday off some news. And then I think there's some talks that Trump is having with China today. I think everyone's waiting on that information. So that's a pretty big deal. These talks have stalled. I think it's Bassett. Somebody has got a call with them. Literally at 10, I think right now, they're like on the call. You can verify this with Grok or whoever, but like, I'm pretty sure there's some China meetings today. And I think that's what we're seeing. I think the market is like really, really bad orb day when it's chopped. Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad orb day. It kind of is a bad orb day. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, it is. Because, well, I don't want to say bad because we haven't lost or something, but yeah, it is kind of a bad orb day because you're just sitting here doing nothing. It's boring. So sorry. Sorry I'm not more entertaining. I was going to juggle, you know, But yeah, it's totally, yeah, it's retarded. I know. I didn't want to like jump off. I'd rather just hang out and see what happens. You know, but an hour into it and we're still sitting here in the same 70-point range. I definitely think the market's waiting for news, period. I mean, that's what it's doing. It's waiting to see what the direction is for the, it needs a tweet. It needs some type of news catalyst to get going here. Scalp time. I know. Yeah, I had it on, dude. I had it on, and I'll put it back on. I'll put on the scalp bands. I'm looking for an overextension possibly on the 1 minute, but we're so tight right here. You could get fooled out. We could get fooled very quickly, and I just don't. I'd rather choose a direction, man. You know, there's no direction chosen right now, so and we got that divergence still. It's actually not as bad as it was, but still crappy. Anyways, I'll keep this up. Yeah, if price starts pushing and we get to a bottom, like let's see here. Let's bump up my time. Oh yeah, federal troops sent to LA. I mean, they can't keep their city from burning down. What do you want to have happen? Fucking police cars are on fire. This is not a peaceful protest. This is far from it. I mean, I've seen tons of video, and at this point, the majority of people, yes, but that doesn't matter. When you have a group of 100 people, 50 people that are throwing rocks at the police and who knows what else, right? All the projectiles people are saying, trying to destroy, I mean, they are destroying these vehicles, setting them on fire. That doesn't really resonate as a peaceful protest to me. I don't understand how that's peaceful, but maybe I'm missing something, you know, I don't know. And then, you know, you're seeing burning of the American flag. Yeah, you can just go fuck yourself. Just go fuck yourself. How about that? How about that? That's pretty much how I feel about it. And I think everyone in here would agree. If I was burning your flag from wherever you're from, I know not everyone's here is from the United States. It's not about that. You're here in our country. If I were in your country burning your flag, how would you feel? You know, your people died for that freedom, right? So how would you feel? Yeah, I think it's a coward move. Definitely not leadership. That's not how you get things done. It's just not how you get things done. Now listen, if there were some type of injustice, real injustice happening where, you know, and I get it, man. There's some strong feelings about how ICE is doing these raids, getting people out that are from different countries and stuff. I understand. There's a lot of emotion involved there. I definitely don't think all of it's fair. In war, innocent people die. That's not fair either, is it? But that's the reality of the world. And we're in a situation where the last administration did absolutely nothing to prevent this. This could have been prevented. Every other country, try to go in without just try to get in there and just see what happens. See what happens. They'll deport your ass fast. They won't let you in. You can't get in. Dude, it's not even up for debate. Like, unless you have traveled the world, if you don't know what I'm talking about, like you haven't traveled at all. You just don't know. And that's okay if you don't know, but that's the reality. My wife was born in Brazil. Her family, Italy. She was raised in Italy, born in Brazil. And they ain't letting your ass in Italy. You know, her dad the other day said they were trying to pass a bill to make it to where you only have to be there 5 years before you get citizenship. Because right now it's 10, right? And he was like, I'm voting against it. I was like, what? And this is a guy who took, you know, 10, it was like 12 years to get their citizenship here in the United States, plus thousands and thousands of dollars. I mean, you want to do it legally, you got to pay an attorney and apply. Yes, it is true. And I mean, dude, the guy, I mean, I'm there. I'm married to somebody who is a foreigner, like straight up. So I know firsthand. And it's tough, man, to get the citizenship, right? She's from Brazil. Yeah, Brazil is crazy, man. China and war for it, the things you go through there are crazy. Yeah, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, full medical, absolutely full medical. But no, the best surgeons in the world, and look, in general, I'm not saying there are amazing surgeons everywhere, right? But because they cap their salary, they move to the US. That's just the fact. Look, her cousin is a doctor in Brazil. Okay, I paid $14,000 for my Harley Davidson, right? He paid $32,000. Why? Because it's 100% import tax. Do you guys know that? Yeah, your iPhone, if it's $1,000, it's $2,000 in Brazil. It's a 100% import tax. I want you to think about that. So you talk about, yeah, okay, you get free healthcare, great. People are poor, they can't afford shit. It's ridiculous, man. It's beyond ridiculous, honestly. I think I'm gonna take a short up here though. If we can get up a little bit further, I will. I like this area. I got a little alert up here. But anyways, look, I mean, it all started with me saying, like, seeing this post with the National Guard out in these. It's 700 Marines, and they're mainly going to be protecting federal buildings. It's a stance, I think. It's a little bit of a political thing too, for sure. It's a stab at Newsom or Newscomb, depending on who you are. God, look, I don't care, man. The guy actually seems like a really nice guy. Unfortunately, the whole state has gone to shit. All right, I'm gonna take this short. All right, going into that short right there. See if I can pop down to this FEG, get 100, 200 bucks. Putting a protector in here now. Maybe trailing a little bit. Here we go. It's probably gonna snap back and grab me. I don't care. I'm going real tight. All right, I'm out. That was fast. Yeah, 71 bucks. I think we could pop down a little bit. It's such a tight range, guys. That's the middle of the band. So you just what can you do? I should have probably gone a little heavier. I went 10 lots, 10 micros on that, but I probably could have gone like 20 just because it's so tight. Yeah, you're talking about 10 points right there. Little baby scalp. You might be able to get more out of it, but I don't trust it. It's got the FEG, we're kind of pushing. So that's showing a little bit of that upward momentum. If we do break out, it could actually be a breakout. I'm not putting anything past price right now. Sorry, let me start for y'all. Brave service men, MIA, war veterans who lost a leg there, lives. I have no pity for Thomas. Absolutely, bro. Yeah, no, the flag burners. Look, there's a lot of good people at every protest on both sides. So definitely with you, man. I think it's just use your brain, you know, and I'm not going to make everyone happy on the way I think of the world or whatever. But I think when you see that, if I saw that as a president, I'm not standing for that shit. I'm sorry, I'm not. And Trump, whoever, I'm not standing for it, dude. The governor's not going to do anything. You're not going to step in and do anything. That ain't happening. You're going to spit on my police officers. They're spitting at them. Dude, that's disgusting. Like, no, you're going to get hit. Like, punch them in the freaking face hard. Whoever does it. That's bullshit. That's not a peaceful protest. You shouldn't be able to spit in police officers' face. You're an idiot, and you got something wrong with you if you actually think that's okay. You got something serious. Now, how about I spit in your face? You just gonna stand there? Come on, man. That's not what they signed up for. That's not top. That's not peaceful. Give me a break, dude. Okay. So we're about to tap here. Now we could close. Oh wait, let me keep that 1 minute on. Let me open up down here. Yeah, I think we bounce. You know what I mean? This is not a very strong breakout move. Doesn't look like a breakout. I think we could bounce from right here. If we can get an upper band. If we can get that upper band just a little bit more, like literally at my... If you took that, you might have gotten off. Anyone take that? You might have actually made out a little something there if you take that. Let's see. My son lived in Beijing. Oh, really? Wow. Every phone call was listened to. Yeah, it's crazy, man. I know. You know, even when I went to Dubai, I wasn't allowed to have FaceTime. They don't have FaceTime in Dubai. Yeah, you gotta be careful. They listen to everything, man. It's wild. For medical was in China. I had to submit full medical. Oh, right. Yeah. Oh, yeah, man. And you know, you don't get like, here in the United States. My sister, she's a nurse. She's a NICU nurse, like an infant. It's like the ICU for infants, right? And if you're gonna keep your job at hospital, you had to take every vaccine, every flu shot. You have to, or you lose your job. Like when COVID happened, now they're finding out all these cases. Whether you believe it or not, they say that a lot of people have suffered many different things. We'll say I don't want to go into it because of the vaccines, and those vaccines were rushed out. You know, don't. They were rushed out. You know, they actually did. They used AI. They used AI to speed up their analysis of the vaccine. So, you know, like you can read about it as like the testing, how they did testing. They used AI to basically it was synthetic testing, right? And they do this with every vaccine, but the AI was able to go through millions, or they would have had to take years, like 10 plus years to roll out the vaccine. But because of the way they did it, I'm sure somebody in here knows way more than me about it. But because they did it, they used AI to speed up their synthetic, results or whatever. Right? You can look it up. It's fact. So it was rolled out extremely fast because of that. And so it's hey, you don't know. I think it also saved lives. So it's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Okay. Again, I'm sorry on behalf of the market. Okay. This is sorry. Yeah, this is trash. Sorry, guys. We'll have a better day tomorrow. I mean, you could probably hop on later. I might find another scalp or two, but that's about it. I don't. This is just eerie. At this point, it's a little eerie. This is weird. This doesn't happen very often. You guys know. Hey, is there anybody new in here? Is today like your first day with us? Let me know. Type first in chat if it's your first day. If it's your first week, I guess. Let me know. I don't know if I asked yesterday, but welcome to the crew if it is. Thank you for today. Scalping 3 accounts with 1 main and 2 copy, 3 times 550 USD. Dude, let's go, man. That's awesome. Did you take that short up there? Let me know, Tron. Dude, Matt, awesome, dude. Way to commit yourself, man. Only long today, 14 trades. Okay. Too much? Yeah. I would probably say maybe. How many contracts was that? How many contracts was what, Jake? I don't know if you're talking to me. Maybe it's him. Oh, 14 trades, maybe 14, huh? Oh, 5. There you go. 14 trades with 5 contracts. How's that possible? That guy's trade. Yeah. Got it. Volume falling off of a cliff here, so I mean, just putting this up because that's kind of where volume is saying price should be. Delta's not there just yet, but almost. You can get a little bit lower. I think you could drop to this level here. So yeah, that upper band level, like I said, you start, if you notice this range, you got to trade the range, baby. What I tell you earlier, I said take a short, right? Just stack them. And look, you would have had another short right there. You'd be in profit, man. And when it gets down here, what do you think it's going to do? Probably go back up, you know? Anyways, okay. So what volume indicator is that, Tyler? That's a CVD delta, and this is delta, right? CVD delta, and then this is volume flow indicator by Lazy Bear. I believe it's by Lazy Bear. Let's see. VFI LB. Let me see. VFI. Yeah, Lazy Bear. 21,000 people like it. Let's go. It's a good one. I like it. It's simple. I like Lazy Bear. He's got some really good indicators, man. I didn't mean that. Whoops.
Need a talking head video.
'80s Neon Wave, your #1 synth pop music channel.
All right, why not? I'll open up the stream here. Price isn't doing anything anyways. That's another thing I like about this. Like when days like this where we're just kind of hanging out, nothing's really happening, I'll open up the stream, make it public, just let new people come in, see what we're doing, that kind of thing. Don't pick on them too much though, man. Man, I'm feeling okay. Just it was a rough 10 days, you know, but luckily I was at the beach. I mean, I was beautiful, man. I was in Sarasota. We stayed at the beach house in Sarasota, so it was awesome, man. From Poland, awesome, dude. Yeah, and I had I posted a couple of videos and then just like little shorts or whatever, and people, I got a few comments. People were like, hey, I'm trying to focus, but I can't stop staring at the hole in your head. Like one guy's comment was talking about my my cut, you know. Anyways, yeah, I got messed up, man. That was rough. Feeling better though. Suntan lotion, heels, holes in head. Dude, I wore a hat the entire time. I mean, like 6 stitches over here. I wore a hat the entire time. Yeah, I couldn't be out in the sun. Honestly, like my hands were, it's tough, right? Because I had all this road rash. I mean, look at my arm. My arm is, look at that. You can't even see it. Do you remember this 10 days ago? Look at that. Isn't that crazy? Superpower, dude. That's a human superpower. Yeah, I mean, that was jacked up 10 days ago. You know what I mean? Gone. My hands are looking pretty good. You know, you can kind of see a little bit there, but you know, yeah, fucking Wolverine. That's exactly right. But you know, pretty good. And then my head, obviously, that's not going away anytime soon. All right, I get up close. Let's see. You see it? That's not going away anytime soon. I mean, it looks a lot better, but damn, I tell you what, at 42, you don't pop up and like, yeah, oh, I'm just a little hurt. I'm gonna go out and play, mom. No. Yeah, it was that was rough for a few days. All right, price coming down to this target here. See if the delta is still holding. Delta's still holding. Volume's under the range, so I think we're gonna dip further. Kind of a dangerous move to be going long here, though, in my opinion, just because the volume is showing that divergence there. Little hidden divergence. So anyways, just looking at scalping, the orb today sucks. Why? Well, because we've got a 70-point range, price hasn't broken out, and we're in consolidation after an expansion move during London and Asia. So you got Asia and London. And so we're in between that range, and I'm just not a big fan. I do think down is more probable. Why? No, just because of volume. That's it. Just volume. Volume flow. It was looking actually okay, like a little, you know, grind recovery, but not anymore. Market's waiting on news, waiting on China? Probably. Music is way low on my side. That's really strange. How's this? If I turn it down a little bit better, is that, I mean, a little bit more, is that better? That's really low for me. I gotta turn my computer like all the way up to here, but it might be different, right? For you guys. So anyways, okay, so now you see CVD delta dropping below all this range here, cruising down, now coming down to volume, dropping below the range. I mean, we should come further than that. That target was hit. I think we go further than that, though. How is that? Is that better? Put chart life on? Gladly, bro. I will gladly put chart life on. Don't tempt me with a good time.
Hey, Mike, what is that?
There we go. I'll put it on. Turn off the synth wave crap. Big move coming? Possibly. Let me know what the tweet is. Alright, how's that? How's the music, guys? Good? I don't want to annoy anybody, you know? Lord knows. I just want to make everyone happy. When did I put that little circle there? Yesterday? Day before? Looks like I put it there Friday. But price almost hit that perfectly. Yeah, this is still a resistance. Just in this general area, obviously. You can Use your eyes and see that. You don't need me to tell you. All right, so resistance level. Yeah, I mean, so what? So tomorrow CPI comes and then we just rocket out of here, maybe? I mean, it's hard for me to get behind that. Okay, appreciate the feedback. Promise me riches, but all I got was regret. Do my first stack, had to learn from the debt. It's only playing safe, don't take the risk. But I saw freedom in a candlestick. One right move, now the game's unlocked. No more watching clocks, now watch my stocks. Long one, short two. Now they're asking, can I trade like you? On June 12th, so 2 days from now, we have that 30-year bond auction. And the U.S. is going to sell $65 billion in 4-week bills to settle on June 17th, guys. Wow. I wonder if that's going to go bad. We'll see, huh? Yeah, if that goes bad, we could see a little slide. A little dippity dip. Alright, let me look at, let me see over here. Let's see this. Okay, is everything just at standstill? What's going on? Tesla up 2.4. That's not surprising. Nice little gap up. Making higher highs. I want this to be a healthy grind. I want it to be a healthy grind. I don't want a straight up action. I hold Tesla in my main portfolio long term. I'm hoping that just be cool, Elon. Just chill out with the tweeting and stuff. Just chill the F out. Just be cool, all right? You don't need to say too much. You already say enough, bro. You just do your normal tweets, be funny, you know, and be weird, but just chill and let this thing go. Robo-taxi's coming. We got Optimus coming. Lots of reasons to be bullish on Tesla long term. It's just, man, it got hit hard, guys. Apple is just an anomaly to me right now. How do you have the entire market pump and then you're still down freaking 22%? How's that possible? They're just slow. That's what I'm hearing. I guess they're just behind the wave. They're usually in front of the wave, but you know, Steve Jobs isn't here. Ooh, that's a blow. Whatever, we all know Steve was the man. Come on. Tim is cool. Steve was the man. I don't even know if Tim is cool. Tim is Tim. Sure, he's cool. Sure. Anyways, yeah, pretty boring day, honestly. This is, usually I'd be off stream. I was just kind of hanging out, so decided to go public and see if we get any new people in here asking questions. Maybe we get a scalp off. I don't know. Dad frequently talked to me about getting a new hole in my head. Is Uni Wheeler a good option? Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's called a one wheel, bro. Okay, get it right. Yeah, it's a one wheel. It's one wheel. It's got a motor. It goes like 20 miles an hour. Just don't do 180s in front of your house on a sidewalk. Okay, that might end up in what happened to me. You get a hole in your head. But hey, I've been rocking the hat. See, I pop it to the side, that way it doesn't mess with the, you know what I'm saying? That's my style anyways, dog. I'm like, no wonder. Now when this heals, I just do this. Boom. You don't even see it, you know? Horrible. My daughter cried before she went to sleep last night, and evidently coming back to the house, because remember, we left the day after my accident. I crawled to the door, I was about to pass out. I was sick to my stomach, right? I was bleeding everywhere. I felt it coming down from my head. I knew I messed up. I just didn't know how bad. She answers the door, freaks out, screams. My wife comes up to the door, starts screaming, and you know you're really messed up when you look at someone and then they have a holy F on their face, like covering their mouth, and don't know what to do. So I was like, come on, is it that bad? Like I was dizzy and everything, but I gotta tell you, the adrenaline kicks in. You're like, I didn't really feel my head. You know what I felt was my hands and my knee. I felt that a lot, but and my arm. But I didn't feel my head. My head was like, come on, dude, it's not that bad. Let me wipe this off. Let me figure it out. Is it scraped? So asking my wife, like, you know, she gives me this towel from the kitchen. My daughter's freaking the hell out. I'm like, hey guys, it's okay. Like, I'm like, hey, I'm all right. I'm just a little banged up. It's just an accident. It's okay. You know, I put this thing on my head and I look to see how much blood it is. Dude, it's not a lot. It's not a lot of blood, like at all. I was like, oh, I'm all right, dude. Like, I'm just really hit my head on. So I don't know. I guess the pavement. I couldn't even remember. And I'm sitting there and I have it on, and she's just, my wife is like, don't lift up. Just keep it on your head. Just keep it as tight as you can. We had kids over from our neighbors. So she's on the phone. You got to come pick up your kids right now, right? They show up 2 seconds later. They knew it was serious, I guess. Her name's Paula, and her kids leave our house. And she comes up, and I'm sitting there talking to the wifey, and I'm like, she's on the phone with 911. I couldn't stop her. She called 911. I was like, don't call 911. That's ridiculous. She didn't know what to do. I said, babe, is it that bad? I take it off. I show her. She's like, oh God, no, put it back on. Jesus Christ. Like, she's like going off on the deep end. I'm like, really? And I do this, and I look at the towel. I'm like, it's not even that much blood. And I wanted to get up to like look in the mirror. I wanted my phone, but I didn't have it on me. Just show me what my head looks like. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, babe, just show me what my head looks like. She wouldn't do it. Pissed me off so bad. I was like, just take a picture and show me. She's like, I can't look at it. I'm gonna be sick. And then I said, Paula, come here. Just look at it and let me know, is it bad? And I showed her. And she's so funny, dude. She can handle it a little bit more than my wife, right? She looked, she said, hey, you're gonna need stitches. Keep that towel on your head, Mike. And then she like left. It was like yeah, buddy, you're messed up. You need to sit down. Chill, you know? It was just funny, dude. But anyways, I did not feel my head at all, man. I didn't feel it at all. I tell you what I did feel. I felt the last stitch that nurse put in. They lidocaine me up and all that shit that they do, and then that last stitch just, she didn't get that part of my head. I'm telling you, I felt that thing. I had a little tear. I couldn't stop it. It was like, I had a little teardrop because I felt every inch of that needle, dude. I'm telling you, man. She got this side really good, and then this one that was the last stitch, and I knew because she kind of like pressed a little bit, and I was like, ooh, that hurts. And then she went, and I was like, oh crap, I don't want to move, you know, because if you move, that's your head, bro. Like, in that last stitch, I'll be honest with you, that part of my head healed perfectly. Like, there's no scar even. Not say hardly. But yeah. Fun stuff, man. And then the worst part of it all was when the freaking ambulance shows up. They get me, like, I could walk. I saw how I walked to the ambulance. I was hurting. My toe, I thought I broke my toe. It's still black and blue, by the way. But it wasn't broken. Like, CT scan confirmed, whatever. But they put me on the bed, right? The ambulance bed. I walk in there. I get in the bed. I lay down. And I remember them asking me all these questions. And these guys, they're big, gnarly guys. I mean, they look like they're firemen. I was like, geez, ooh. And they're like putting wires all across me and shit. It's patching me up. I'm like, my God, it's just some like, it sucks, but come on, just put some stitches in my head. Let's get the show on the road. Like, what the hell? This is a lot of stuff. And they're like, then, you know, this is open. Like, my wounds are like open, dude. And these freaking wires keep scraping across my arm and my leg. I'm like, guys, look at my hands. I can't hold shit. He was like, can you hold this? He's like, can you hold these wires? I'm like, no, bro. Like, I have, like, this is fresh. You know, it just happened. I don't know if you see. Like, these guys deal with a lot more serious cases because I was not a serious kid. They're like, yeah, you're fine, buddy. You're going to be just fine. Oh, by the way, I got to put this neck brace on you. They put this freaking neck brace. Has anybody ever had this shit? This neck brace? Dude, I'm like, no. My neck is fine. You don't have to do that. Well, we have to. Protocol. I was like, can I opt out of that? Because I don't want that on my neck. I'm fine. Look, I'm all right. Right? They're like, well, we have to. They put that shit around my neck, and I'm telling you, I was like this for 2 hours, and I was in the hallway at the hospital because they were so full. I couldn't see a doctor. It took 3 hours, dude, just to get my stitches. It was ridiculous, dude. I'll never go to that hospital again. It's actually a really good hospital. It's called Baylor Scott and White, but they just were backed up. I'm telling you, I didn't even get into a room. I was in the hallway getting stitched up. The doctor came by a few times. He's like, you know, he said something about, okay, yeah, we'll put a couple stitches in and get you out of here. This was like, I was only there for maybe 30 minutes. And they already saw him. He came over. Oh, yeah, you banged up your head pretty well. And 2 hours later, then, get this. This is something that was not planned. I don't know, the nurse or whatever. She's been on staff at that hospital for 12 years. So she's been there for 12 years. Never had a problem. She gives me a, what's it called? What is it called? A shot. What is it? A tetanus shot. Yeah, tetanus shot. This is for infection. Okay, so you don't get infected. She gives me a tetanus shot. She didn't say anything after she did it. She just walked away, right? So, like, that was it. I was supposed to get the shot. Okay, I was stitched up. That was cool. I was supposed to be out of there, right? I don't know. An hour and a half, guys. Literally, I'm sitting there with my wife. An hour and a half goes by. I'm sitting there like, what are we doing, dude? And this other new guy came up. He looked like really official. I don't know. He wasn't a nurse or whatever. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but it's been an hour and a half. Well, evidently, I was like, can you ask? So she asked him. He says, I'm the medical director of the hospital. I had to come up here because your nurse poked herself with the needle that she gave you the shot with. Bro, I was like, is that why we're up here for 2 hours? He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry. Unfortunately, we're going to have to draw your blood again and everything. And I'm like, dude, no, I'm vain. Like, you got one in me right now. Go. You don't need to poke me or not. Just take some blood. They already did it earlier. He's like, oh, we can't use that because they didn't label it. I'm like, just fucking take my blood. I want out of here, dude. It took 4.5 hours. The whole thing took 4 to get 6 stitches. That's it. They didn't clean me up. They didn't do shit. Okay? They did some x-rays. Okay, I'm happy that happened, I suppose. But, dude, I'm sitting out there. My hands have dirt all in them. I mean, dude, I was, like, banged up. You know what I mean? I would have thought, let's clean it right, and let's wrap it up, maybe. No. 4.5 hours, 6 stitches, and get the hell out. And I was glad to leave, limping out of that thing, but I get home, and, you know, I run a bath, because I'm like, there ain't no freaking way I'm gonna take a shower. Plus my shoulder, I had a big same thing on my shoulder too. I mean, it's everywhere. Like, my whole right side was jacked up. So I ran a bath, and I get in the bath, dude. That was probably the worst pain I've ever felt. Seriously, I have these open wounds, huge here on my knee, on my hands. I mean, you know, my head's fine. Whatever. I don't give a shit about my head. My head didn't hurt at all. Like, nothing. My knees, obviously. And I just sat in there because I knew I had to get clean. You know, and I kind of did this. you know, with my hands and my arm, dude, the worst pain ever. It was gnarly. It was so bad that my body couldn't. I was like, I got out of the bathtub. It started. You know, my hands are messed up, so it's not like I can mess with the towel very easily. Then you know, every part of me feels like I'm falling apart. I can't dry my hair normal, not just because of my hands, because I have stitches. Like all these things. It's like, geez, man. If my hands were okay, it would have been a much better situation. So, yeah, it felt, dude. Bro. You know, Jake. It felt like I was dying, bro. Like, I didn't want to say. I will tell you, okay. I kind of refrained from saying it. My whole body was shaking. I couldn't stop shaking because of the pain. The gnarly, dude. And you wouldn't think it's just road rash, but then you know you look into it. Burns and road rash are the worst pain. Period. It does not get any worse than that. Yeah, the burn, dude. The burn. I'll never forget that. It's crazy. Yeah. Ugh. But you know what's crazy is how fast your body heals. 10 days later, look at that. Nothing. That's amazing. Like, I'm sure you can see the discoloration, you know, but damn, dude. I am grateful God gave us that superpower. The first 4 or 5 days they were shitty. They were real shitty. I'm probably gonna hop off pretty soon, but I will tell you one last thing about my little incident was I go to get my stitches out day 8. Okay. It's day 12 today, and I get these stitches out, and I order an Uber. And I'm going to the yacht club, which is like this fancy spot that it was cool. My mom has a hookup there. So I got an Uber. The Uber was fine. She's great. The ride was fine. It was a nice van. I ordered the XL actually because I just wanted to be comfortable. I was still feeling it, okay? I was much better though. And I was planning on hanging out by the pool. Everything's cool. Now I kind of felt like because I hit my head, right? And I found out that this is all post-concussion syndrome. And I feel like I'm walking on a cloud, right? A little bit, like you're walking on a cloud. Well, I get in their car, and, you know, we're going down this brick road. Luckily, we're like a couple miles from the place. But I kid you not, the entire car in the world just like flipped upside down and started spinning. Dude, it was so wild. I knew it wasn't like my brain knew we're not going in circles, but I grabbed the door, right? I got incredible hot flashes, and my hands like were tingling. They were like I feel like they were going to sleep, both of them. And then I felt like my face was being pricked by needles, like 1,000 needles on my face, my forehead. I wanted to like touch it, but I couldn't. And then I got hot, so I started to sweat immediately, dude, within 10 seconds. And I had to hang on, and I was breathing like this. I mean, she probably, who knows what the hell she thought. She was this Cuban lady. She probably thought, get this dude out. I don't want to catch what he has, you know. But we showed up. I was able to get off a couple of texts. I felt like I was gonna throw up. My wife met me outside, and like I had to lean on her, man. I was gonna fall. Went to the bar, had a couple cocktails. No, I'm just kidding. Went to the bar inside the yacht club, had a ginger ale, and then I had to go home, man. I took a midday nap for like 2 hours. Woke up feeling much better, but I was cloudy, dude. And that wasn't even a full concussion. Some of you guys in here probably have had a concussion before. You know what I'm talking about. Has anyone been through that? Anyone had that feeling of your hands tingly, your face feeling like needles and all that stuff? It's post-concussion syndrome. Has anyone had that? Just curious. But yeah, it was wild, dude. I'm just glad it was over. And I was really worried. I was really like worried about myself, you know, because I knew that's not normal, dude. So I think about that. You know, I have 2 kids, you know, and the one wheel, it's dope. Don't get me wrong. But I did look it up. I used ChatGPT because I had an argument with my mom. I said, look, people get into accidents. She said, not like that one wheel. I said they do. The fatality rate, probably people die on bikes more than one wheels. Yeah, that's not true. It's a significantly higher, not only fatality rate, but injury, serious injury rate. It's significant. It's like mind-blowingly more, actually, when I had ChatGPT do a deep research on it, just to give me the stats from, I compared one wheel to a regular bike. And it's like off the freaking charts, dude. And it said 90% of those incidences could have been completely avoided by just wearing a damn helmet and some gear, you know? Now, with a bike, I got to be honest with you, I'm not going to wear a helmet riding my bike. I'm just not going to do it. I don't go BMXing. I'm not off the... I'm riding around my neighborhood with my kids. Like, come on, man. I'm looking at this for a potential scalp. We can get a little bit lower here. I don't mind taking it down in this level. Let's see. We'll see if I get one more off. But anyways, yeah. I'm definitely going to be... I don't want to get caught up in the breakout, right? It's 10:23. I don't think it's right now. We'll take it. I'm going to take this long. Looking for like 150 out of the move, maybe 170, 180. Let me see how many. Yeah, I think I'm going to go a little heavier here. Well, you know what? I'm going to leave it light, and if we cruise down a little bit more, if this ends up being like a push to the lows, then I'll add. So I'll probably just add once or twice. Let's see. What do we... Yeah, we just got nothing for the day, man. It's ridiculous. In a choppy market, trade the chop. You know, if I do get broken out of and this thing just slams down and this is the move, the one move that I take, and then okay, then that's bad luck. You know, just protect myself with a little move there, just in case she pops up or something. Put it up here as well. I know they like seeing that too, you know. Not a big deal, but you know, hey man, if you got 20 accounts, this adds up. $100 plus 20 accounts. You know what I'm saying? A couple grand for the day off of a tiny ass move. That's the dream, right? That's like, I think that's like the prop firm dream. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I made a quick 2K today, just, you know, and it's like this move off of a, you know, prop account. That's the dream. Dude, I can't believe how fast I healed either, bro. You guys saw it. Those of you guys who were in here for 12 days, at least, you know, you saw the recovery. Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm just grateful I didn't really mess myself up. Seriously, it could have been for real. Okay, here we go. 215. Nice little pump to the highs. Gonna go ahead and protect myself here with the sell limit. Oh, does it just close? So if I drag the sell limit that's above price, if I drag that down, right? You saw that. It just deleted the order. It like closed out the order. So it doesn't, it's weird. That's weird. I don't know why it would do that. It should just put the sell limit below price action, but I guess it takes it as if you just want to close out the trade. It's very strange, but that's fine. I'll take the 220 or whatever that was. 310 for the day. Eh. Again, past that eval yesterday. I'll go ahead and activate that. And again, for those of you guys that just joining me, if you're not part of the live crew or anything like that, like we're just having some fun in here scalping. This is a little method that I'm working with, and we'll see what happens. But you know, we typically trade the orb plus dynamic money management. Just this is the orb for the day. Just dead, totally dead. So I'm gonna hop off, guys. I hope you had a good time. That was fun. Did you guys take any W's on that? Anybody? Type W in chat real quick. Let me see who's got W's for the day. You get a feel for the room, man. Nice left foot. Craig got a W. Rice, Braden, Thunder, Harlem, nice. Even on a day like this, we're pulling out dubs. Okay, so technically, that's 7 days in a row. So, of trading. It's trading days. 7 trading days. Seven winning days in a row. And we'll keep it going. A twin for a trade today. Nice. Andrew L. Okay, it's all good. You got tomorrow, bro. Don't worry about it. Come back strong. Look, we got a lot of people in here, so that's not a lot of W's. That just tells me not a lot of people even traded. Probably a lot of people watching, which is fine. Tyler, I see you. Yeah, once again, this is not set up for CFDs. Like, you know, if we were trading the orb, then yeah. But this, I would stick to futures. I'm gonna hop off, guys. Love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. I'll see you guys in the live room. If you want to join, I got a school group. Link is in the description. Check it out and come and learn the strategy that we're trading daily for free. And then if you like that, you want to go deeper, you can. Had a blast as well. Bye, guys. Ciao. Peace. Yes, sir. I do need a peacock feather. Nice. All right. I'm out. Bye.